Hey guys, it's Primus here, and welcome to another Mass Effect update. This week I'll be talking about the new operation that's occurring this weekend for November 23rd through the 25th, and I'll also be talking about a new character that BioWare is releasing for this weekend as well. And finally, I'll be talking about Mass Effect 4 and some updates you should know about it, alright? So, with no further ado, let's start this. Okay guys, the first thing I want to talk about is actually the new N7 Bounty weekend that's occurring for November 23rd to the 25th called Operation Privateer, alright? And basically, you know, BioWare released a little posting about this operation like they always do for every operation. I'll leave a link in the description below for you guys to check it out and whatnot, if you want to read it and everything. But I'm going to explain to you what they have on the website, right? Typically, they have your, synopsis of this operation, basically the reason why we're doing this operation, the backstory, if you would. I always like BioWare for doing that because it gives us a reason to play the multiplayer rather than just going out there, killing people, getting points and whatnot, right? And what it says here is, quote, Cerebus's hit-and-run tactics in the Terminus system have tied down a disproportionate number of local fighting ships and operations. We can spare only a small elite force to eliminate the enemy. This force has a secondary objective of analyzing and finding a weakness in Cerebus' kinetic barrier technology, which is key to bringing down large-scale hardened barriers. All right, that's pretty cool. I like that. Just basically we're something with barriers and something that we have to just take them down and whatnot. So let's keep on going and see what it says here. All right. The next thing is the individual goal. Basically, what you have to do as an individual. Okay, obviously individual goal. They used to call it squad goal, but they changed it up a bit because I think it was confusing people because squad it's more of like you're working with more than one person and anything like that, right? So individual goal, yeah, whatever, right? And it says here, quote, earn 50,000 points versus any enemy with shields on any map at any difficulty. Points are cumulative across matches. Cerebus Centurion, Cerebus Engineer, Cerebus Engineer Turret, Cerebus Nemesis, Cerebus Atlas, Reaper Marauder, Geth Rocket Trooper, Geth Hunter, Geth Pyro, Geth Prime, Geth Prime Turret, Geth Prime Rocket Drone, and Geth Bomber. Holy crap. So basically, anybody who uses shields, that's who you have to attack. My recommendation is play against Cerebus or the Geth. Obviously, the Reaper is the only one they really have is the Marauder, and that's it. And everyone else, they usually have barriers or armor or some shit like that, right? So my best bet, or your best bet really, is to play against people such as the Cerebus and the Geth. And to be honest, it's been a while since I played against the Geth, so I'll probably play some matches against them, right? And then the ally goal. This is actually surprising because for the past few weeks now, they haven't been releasing any allied goals. I don't know why, they just haven't. And basically what the allied goal is basically, what we have to do as a community, all right? What we have to do together as a community. Usually the allied goal and the individual goal are different. Obviously for the individual goal, you have to get 50,000 points against people with shields. And the allied goal, what it says here is complete 50,000 cumulative total extractions of Batarian, Vorcha, or Turian characters. So we have to extract of Batarian, Vorcha, or Turian, and that's pretty interesting. I wonder why they're doing that. That's kind of odd. But because it's a Terminus system. That's right. So the Terminus system, obviously, they have Batarian, Vorcha, and Turian. I don't know why they don't have Krogan in there because Krogan can be found in this Terminus system, but whatever, right? So basically, we have to extract 50,000 times with any of these three species, all right? And that's pretty cool because it gives us an incentive to play, a certain race, right? Obviously, they didn't specify any class or anything like that, so that's great too because, we're not constrained to like, oh, you have to use Infiltrator Batarians, Infiltrator Vorcha, and Infiltrator Turians because that would be unfair for people who really don't have those classes, right? So that's pretty cool that they're doing that, It's been a while since they released an ally go. I don't know how long it's been, maybe like 3 to 4 weeks it's been since they released an allied goal. I'm quite surprised. Maybe they're gonna probably start doing that more now, but who knows, right? Or maybe they're just doing it because it's Thanksgiving weekend and whatnot, and they're just trying to be nice and everything like that, right? Special circumstances, there's none, so you don't have to worry about that. Individual goal success, basically what your reward for basically accomplishing your own goal. And you get your typical commendation pack, and you get a Corsair banner. I don't know what the hell that means. A Corsair banner? Are they talking about like the Corsair, like, electronics company that sells fans and things like that for computers? I actually have a Corsair running this computer as we speak. So I don't know what the hell they're talking about. Who knows? But whatever. And then finally, the ally goal success. Basically, what the reward is to accomplishing that 50,000 extractions with the Batarian Vortenturians, and that is your typical victory pack, alright? And also, they'll increase the capacity of the Op Survival Kit to 6 instead of 5, right? That is great because actually I've been using the Op Survival Pack quite often now. It's actually up there with the Metagel and the Cobra Missile, right? So the ammo pack, no one really uses. I have over 255, and actually it's 255 plus because I still have like leftover ammo packs I get from every every premium Spectre pack I open and everything like that. You always get ammo and shit, so whatever. For one thing I do want to say, I opened up a commendation pack, or a few commendation packs these past few operations, and all my items in the commendation pack have been N7 weapons. I'm not talking about N7 rarity weapons, I'm talking about N7 name weapons, right? I'm still waiting for somebody to answer my question of whether or not commendation packs only give out N7 weapons, basically weapons that have the N7 in it, like N7 Eagle, N7 Hurricane, N7 Typhoon, N7 Crusader, those weapons, right? I'm not talking about the rarity. Some person said that, oh no, it's only for the collectors, those are the only ones. Well, to be honest, I got collector weapons using regular premium Spectre packs and things like that. I don't know where, but I swore I read somewhere that commendation packs are only they only usually release items with N7 weapons, or that's the only way you can get the N7 weapons if you basically get a commendation pack during the N7 bounty weekend, right? I'm not really sure. Like I'm saying, I'm waiting for somebody to confirm this with actual evidence and support and everything like that. So I'm waiting you guys out there, right? So leave a comment in the comment section below telling me if the commendation packs is the only way to get the N7 weapons, because these past few weeks I've been getting only N7 weapons, and I'm just curious. It's just a curiosity. I don't really care. It's just more of like, hey, is it true or not, right? So that's basically it, guys. For this week, it's Operation Privateer, all right? So I hope you guys enjoyed this weekend, all right? I'm not saying enjoyed, I'm saying enjoy this weekend, all right? I will definitely be playing this weekend for sure because, it's Thanksgiving weekend. I got a 4-day break from my internship, so that's awesome, all right? I don't have to do work and do papers and stuff like that, although I do have to work on a project, but I digress. Enough of me talking about my internship. So I'll see you guys out there in the battlefield, all right? If you guys want to message me, you just, message me through the PSN, Primus 2117. My username for the PSN is in the description below, all right? It's right there underneath my Facebook and YouTube and Twitter, usernames and whatnot. So just go check me out on PSN. If you want to play with me, message me. Don't expect me to message you because there's so many people, requesting that, and it's a pain in the ass to send a request to every person, all right? It's just a pain. So just send me a request and I'll gladly accept, and I'll play a match with you, all right? And if you guys don't believe me, there in a couple of my last videos, I have played with people who requested matches and whatnot, and I did record and everything like that, right? So, see you guys out there in the battlefield. So, on to the next topic, shall we? Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is actually the new character the BioWare is releasing for this week, and that is the Volus Mercenary, okay? And he's basically a Sentinel class, and frankly, he's nothing like a Sentinel. He's more of like an engineer, and what I mean by that is his abilities are Decoy, Combat Drone, and Shield Boost. Obviously, Shield Boost is a common ability amongst Voluses and everything, but the Combat Drone and the Decoy ability, that's an engineer ability. Why in the hell is a Sentinel class using that? And I think it is the very first Sentinel class to actually use those abilities. I haven't seen any other Sentinel classes with Combat Drone or with the stupid, Decoy and whatnot. The Decoy could be useful at times, but still, it's like no other Sentinel has that. So why in the world would they add that? I think is that when they were doing the Volus Engineer, they didn't really think of ideas. and they probably didn't want to use the combat drones for them or the turrets or whatever. And so they basically gave the engineers, the abilities of like, the recon mine and the proximity mine and everything like that, right? And then when they were making the Sentinel class, they were like, wait a minute, shouldn't we give in the Sentinel class the recon mines and the proximity mines? It would make more sense. But I guess BioWare wasn't thinking, and they didn't really thought ahead of time about this, and so basically they kind of screwed up, and they figured, okay, we got to release a true engineer class, and so they gave us this guy here, the Volus Mercenary, alright? And frankly, he looks exactly like the other Voluses. He doesn't look anything different, typical body shape, even the, the way his armor looks and everything like that. Nothing different about him. I expected a little bit more. Hell, they didn't even give him a freaking Sentinel armor, which is like, what? Really? You're making a Sentinel class without Sentinel armor? I know that the other characters in the Sentinel class don't really have armor. Or actually, all of them do. Actually, if you think about it, Valkyrie does. The Vorcha, I think the Vorcha doesn't, but that's that's all right. The Batarian does. The human male does. The Krogan does. The female human does. The Turian does. So it really makes no sense not to add armor to the Volus, right? And I would expect BioWare to add armor to the Volus just because the Volus has really weak health and everything, and you really need a bonus in shields, so it would make sense to add that Sentinel armor. But I guess, with the Sentinel armor plus a shield boost, it could probably be an OP defensive ability, right? So I guess that's why they didn't really add it, but hey, whatever. It's BioWare's choice, and frankly, they could have done a little bit better, but hey, what are you gonna do about it, right? Or hell, even a little mini shield like the Paladin has. The Paladin has a great Sentinel armor, and that's the shield. The shield is decent because you can protect your friends and everything like that when they're trying to extract, or when they're trying to basically defuse a bomb or something like that. But other than that, this Volus class seems kind of out of place in the Sentinel class because it really doesn't make sense. Decoy and combat drone, what the F? Really? They should have given us something that's a defensive ability rather than decoy and combat drone, but like I said before, it's BioWare's choice. They can do whatever they want, right? But one thing I do want to ask you guys, what do you think about this Volus Mercenary? Do you have him? Have you played with him? Is he good? Because really, I haven't really tried him out yet. I don't even have any of the other new characters besides the Turian Havoc and the Volus Engineer. Those are the only two new classes I got from the Retaliation DLC so far. But tell me, is this Volus Mercenary good or not? Leave a comment in the comment section below telling us about this Volus. Is he better than the Engineer? Is he better than the Adept? So far, I've heard that the Engineer is the best Volus character so far. All right, so just give me your 2 cents on this guy, and that's pretty much it for this new character. All right, so I'll see you guys around. If you guys want to play with me, my username is in the description below, Primus2117. So with no further ado, let's go on to the next topic, which is Mass Effect 4. Okay guys, the last thing I want to talk about is actually Mass Effect 4, and that's coming out tomorrow. No, I'm playing around. Mass Effect 4 isn't coming out tomorrow. Hell, they're still doing the brainstorming, if you would. They don't even know what character they should use, right? But I'm not here to talk about that. I'm actually here to talk about the fact that Katie Hudson, the executive producer for BioWare, released a tweet the other night to all his 30,000 followers, asking them if Mass Effect 4 should be set before or after the trilogy, right? In my opinion, I think it should be set before the trilogy because they have a lot to work on. Obviously, the biggest issue with before is the fact that a lot of the things happening in Mass Effect, the trilogy, is already set in stone. Like, the Leviathans, the Reapers, every other race being destroyed, things like that. Also the fact that what the biggest concern for most people is that your actions don't really affect the ending because the ending is set in stone and basically it's going to be a linear path leading there. True, but it'll be pretty interesting to see other factions and other races and things like that, right? And if they do make the Mass Effect trilogy, not Mass Effect, if they make Mass Effect trilogy, already made it, but if they make Mass Effect 4 before the trilogy, I think it should be either set in the Prothean era because they can do a lot of things with that, right? That'd be great playing as a Prothean protagonist, awesome. And also the fact that the Solarians and the Asari and the Turians and even the humans are still going to be there, although primitive, but they're still going to be there. And they're still probably going to be considered part of the game and whatnot, right? But what I'm really looking for is Mass Effect 4 set during the Leviathan time, during the time when the first Reapers were created, when Harbinger was born, right? When that damn Star Child realized, holy crap, to save organics, we must destroy them. I want to see that era. Why? First off, there's a variety of things you can do during that era because the Leviathans were the apex species of the galaxy, right? They reached the pinnacle of evolution in that galaxy, right? So their technology, their weaponry, everything is advanced. So basically, you could do a whole bunch of things there. You can have new weapons, new things. Awesome, right? Also, the fact that the Leviathans had underling civilizations, basically following them, right? Basically, kind of their little these civilizations, kind of following the Leviathans and listening to them and everything like that. So I think it would be cool to play as one of the species in this little order in which you basically fight the Reapers and whatnot, and you're fighting against them. Kind of like what the Mass Effect trilogy did, where you fight the Reapers. But it'll be pretty interesting and pretty cool to see that, right? Because although we know what's gonna happen, that the Reapers fight the Leviathans, wipe out all organic life until like millions of years later, and they finally reach the humans, and shit goes on, and we kick their asses and everything. That'd be pretty interesting to see, right? So I really want to see the Mass Effect 4 game set during the Leviathan era, or maybe even the Prothean era if it's too much for them, right? So tell me, guys, what do you think? Before or after? Leave a comment in the comment section below telling me your opinion on this, and also support your fact about this. Give us some evidence why it should be set after or before, right? I don't want to hear the arguments of they shouldn't make Mass Effect 4 because they fucked up with the Mass Effect ending and everything like that. I don't want to hear that. I'm tired of people bitching and whining about the ending. Yes, the whining sucked. Yes, the whining left plot holes. Yes, the ending was just utter garbage. But stop complaining. It's over, okay? It's past, all right? You stabbed yourself already and you pulled out the knife. You're fine. Now it's healing up. Everything's okay, all right? Just relax, okay, guys? And on top of that, there's one thing people should know about this. It's what the journey is all about, all right? It's not the ending. Like they say, it's the journey. What is it? The fun and experience is in the journey rather than in the end, right? It's just the fun part is playing the game. Who gives a crap if the ending sucks? I had fun playing the game, and that's what matters. Did you have fun playing throughout the game? And I did. If the ending sucked, but whatever. What are you gonna do about it, right? So tell me, guys, what do you think? Before or after? All right? I say before. What do you think, right? And so that's pretty much it for this Mass Effect update, guys. Obviously, this week I talked about the new character that's coming out, the Volus mercenary that looks like the other Voluses, but with engineer abilities, which makes no sense because he's a Sentinel class, alright? Next is the Operation Privateer, which is with a new N7 Bounty weekend. Alright, it's the Gobble operation, if you would. They should have probably called it Operation Turkey, right? So it would make more sense, right? But hey, I guess they didn't want to do that. And then finally, Mass Effect 4, and whether or not it should be set before or after the trilogy, right? Like I said before, it should be before the trilogy, right? So that's pretty much it, guys. Hope you enjoyed this video. So please press the little like button down below because it helps me and it helps you in some weird way. I don't know how, but it just does, right? So I'll see you guys around and hope you guys enjoyed the video. So see ya. Alright, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please press the little like button down below. Also, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe. And if you want more updates on what's going on my channel, just visit me on Twitter or at my Facebook page. So, this is Primus, keep it crunchy, and peace out.